Good morning, guys. Salam, namaste. Your lifestyle consultant, pain relief coach, sleep coach, and fitness model Kunal Sharma is here. Today is a epic link. It's a research on what? It's a research on sunlight, okay, and how it's connecting to each human being on this planet. But because of Women's Day is coming, this link I'm connecting to each woman on this planet, especially. So pay attention. First thing first, what we should know. What is mitochondria? Okay, so mitochondria, in each cell there is an engine which produce energy, which clear all the garbage, okay, which metabolize, eliminate, assimilate, all these kind of works done in each cell by mitochondria. So for example, if my body is built up of billions of cells, each cell I'm talking about, all right? So now what happens to the mitochondria? What is the vitamins? What is the resources mitochondria use to eliminate, to absorb the garbage material and metabolize? Where this system starts from and how does this thing help? So mitochondria, as you know, I already mentioned, in each cell there is a machinery, and there is no only one mitochondria. In each cell there can be number of mitochondria, okay? That is a separate link I will post. Now the second very important thing is melatonin. We should know what is melatonin. Melatonin is a sleep hormone, as simple as it is. Just pay attention, keep writing down. It is going to help you. Trust me, this link will change the future course of your life. I'll guarantee you if you take step by step all the notes. Now melatonin, everybody knows, almost everybody knows around the world, is sleep hormone, darkness hormone. It makes you drowsy, it makes you sleepy. It releases from pineal gland, all right, inside our brain. You don't need to know the location, but just to know it is in the brain. It's a gland and it releases melatonin. What creates melatonin through pineal gland? How does the process work? We should know this. We should get into the core of the thing, where the things are coming from. Okay, so sunlight, all right, sunlight, when sun rises in the morning and you go out 8 hours, 10 hours, it depends on the country to country. When our retina hits the sunlight, it goes to the suprachiasmatic nucleus clock, from the brainstem to the pineal gland. It creates melatonin on the basis of sunlight exposure through retina, and it activates in the darkness in the night. That is why the first wave of sleep, okay, drowsiness comes around 6:30, 7:30 maybe, but we manipulate the system because we are not in the system to to sleep early, okay? So we sleep late, so we take coffee, we start eating when we're supposed to sleep, so we suppress what? We suppress the timing of melatonin. The melatonin will release its own time as soon as the sun set. The melatonin supposed to release, has to release, but because of our lifestyle, we suppress it. Now, that is the one subject again. That's a separate link. Now we are talking about here what? Back to the topic, mitochondria. Okay, first thing I have explained you mitochondria and sunlight. Now, for example, a woman with just a perimenopause or postmenopause or in the menopause, what happens? Just take a second or 5 seconds. What happens? Estrogen and progesterones are almost dropping very fast, and they have a connection, the receptor, with each cell of the body. So now every hormone, okay, every hormone is controlled by hypothalamus, okay, is also in the center of the brain, okay, near the pituitary gland. It will give you the command, pituitary gland, release this time. Okay. But in the menopause, we do not have hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Even luteinizing hormones, LH, follicular stimulating hormone, FSH. So what happened to the woman body? Now the body cannot create energy. These hormones will help you to create energy, to boost the metabolism, to create a osteoblast and osteoclast ratio, to balance it out, and to create energy in each cell. For what? To supply the nutrients through these hormones in each cell and increase the energy of the body. Now we do not have hormones. Now what will happen in the mitochondria? Plus, we have working women around the world. They stay inside and they don't come out to the sun. Then what happens? We don't take supplements, vitamin D3. Then what happens? How amazing the vicious cycle is there. How amazing the nature is built, the system. If you pay attention to the link, I'm telling you, it is going to help you tremendously if you are a woman in 40s. All right. Now listen very carefully. When the first thing is pineal gland, through pineal gland, its system sets sunlight in the daytime, exposure to the retina, and in the nighttime, melatonin comes and start working. The second thing, when we take the exposure of the sun, okay, in the daytime, on the skin, it penetrates the skin, it goes into the cell. There, now listen carefully, there each mitochondria absorb that light, okay, and then starts making the melatonin and using the melatonin in the cell. It is amazing, guys. This is really amazing. This melatonin is controlled by mitochondria, not by the pineal gland. This is a different melatonin which mitochondria makes it through the sunlight to use what? The second very important question is why and what. Always ask. 2. When we breathe in, when we breathe out, when we eat something, when we drink something, we are taking protein, fats, carbs, fibers. Everything goes in our cells to burn. Plus, we are taking chemical gases, lot of stuff, chemicals. Everything goes into the cells. Now, who is the machine? Who is clearing up? Remember the first thing which I said? Which one? Mitochondria. So mitochondria use melatonin to clear all the garbage from the cell. For that, mitochondria needs melatonin. By the way, melatonin is the most powerful antioxidant also. So mitochondria use melatonin as a cooling effect also. In the daytime when it hits the skin, even you wear a cotton cloth, okay, still the penetration of the skin, of the sun rays to the skin is enough to make the melatonin in the cells for the mitochondria. It's amazing, guys. Now back to the women. Now, what did I explain? Estrogens, progesterones, all the hormonal systems are coming down. We are sitting inside. We are not taking supplements enough. We are not checking the blood biomarkers constantly. We are not exercising. Even if you are exercising, we are exercising wrong, like a marathon race, putting the more stress on the body. What will happen eventually? If you're running in the morning, there is no sun. But if you're running in the sun, still okay. Now, what is happening inside the cell? You start feeling low. You start feeling depressed. You start feeling chaotic as a woman. So it's a very simple medicine for each woman from today onwards. To celebrate from today onwards Women's Day, you have to go for 15 minutes in the sunlight. Morning is preferable. It depends on the country to country. I'm again telling you, because some countries have a long days, some countries have a short days and less sunlight. It does not matter even if it's a cloudy day, even if you're in London. It does not matter, because when your clouds are there, the droplets, the water stored in the clouds, the sun still cross those droplets and comes down. Of course, the power of the infrared rays are less, but still you are getting enough sunlight through the retina, through the skin, and going through the mitochondria, going to the pineal gland. I'm sure you understood the procedure. So every woman, the first thing is 15 minutes sunlight. Now the sunlight not only going for mitochondria, the sunlight is hitting the skin. Skin under is cholesterol. From the cholesterol, it makes vitamin D3. Vitamin D2 is in a raw form in the body, but for that reaction, you need a lot of things. One of the things is important is sunlight. So vitamin D3 is for what? Vitamin D3 controls everything. It's like a steroid hormone. Okay? So vitamin D3 is for your bone health, for your digestion, for your sleep cycle, for your mental peace, for a lot of things, for your immune system. So in women, there are lots of problems are coming because we as a technology and advancement in technology is progressing. We are increasing with luxury. So we are not going and play in the dirt. We are not going in the sun because the media has created a aura that sun is creating a cancer, which is, listen very carefully, which is not true at all. 15 minutes sun will not create a cancer until unless you are sleeping in some desert country with a harsh sun for 4 hours directly on the skin. So it is not true that sun rays will create a cancer. One more thing, I'm not finished yet. Sunlight, they have researched people who are, listen very carefully, people who are living near the green areas with a lot of sunlight, not high rise, and people who are living high rise and sunlight. They have checked the data. People who are living around the green areas and the sunlight, they have a less obesity, less diabetic condition, less inflammation, less Alzheimer issues, less any other problem, metabolic conditions, high cholesterol, blood pressure, high pulse rate, anxiety, whatever is less in that area than those areas who have high rise, no green places, but only sunlight. So it is that powerful medicine. For a woman, when you are in depressed mood, when you are, for example, postpartum woman, for example, menopause or perimenopause, the mood swings are changing because the body is adapting. So you should go into the nature. Okay, I'll give you a very beautiful example. This link is getting a little longer, but it's interesting because I'm really fascinated with the nature, universe, and of course science. For example, in a hot sunny day, when you go out and you touch a stone, it becomes hot, right? But when you sit under the shelter of the tree, you feel cold. You feel nice. Why? Because the tree leaves are reflecting the infrared rays. They are not absorbing it, as you know. So it will give you under the tree's cooling effect. You touch the leaf, it will not hot. But you touch the stone, it will become hot. So it depends what is absorbing, what is reflecting, and what rate. It is very deep. It is beyond my knowledge also. The more I study, the more I research, it is more interesting. Because it is interesting because we are losing the foundation. Okay? We are losing the foundation of basic lifestyle. We are running for luxury. So we are losing the track. So it is very, very important for each woman. 15 minutes sun, go into the greens, green area, green park, at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes, just take a walk separately. Sit in the sun at home if you have access. Otherwise, go into the garden, half an hour, 40 minutes, take the sun also and take the green spaces and absorb the energy from the greens because they leave chemicals when the leaves friction. So they release chemicals. That's why you smell good inside the forest than in the city. So it is very, very interesting, guys. One more thing before I leave. If you need any help to create a women's seminar or for this Women's Day or any kind of talk, I'm always available. I'm online also available. I can come physically also. but the charges are different. All right, so I'm always there to help you, because each woman is important, and we have women in our house. We have a mother, we have a sister, we have a wife, we have a sister-in-law, many relations we have, but we are not taking care of them as what we should do. All right, so take care. Ilalika Kariban, Ma Salama, Ramadan beginning Mubarak to every guy, in every country around the world. Love you all. Bye. Salam.